are protected, and then the children are this and the children are this from poverty, and then we distributed Mina. I do my work. I don't believe in. I go out to check because I know government officials, they will give you what you want to see. You guys, I'm sorry, I respect, honor, but that came a lot of experience. That when you read this, and you sit in your nice, fancy, air-conditioned office, you will go home thinking there's something useful you are doing. When actually there is nothing you are doing for this country. They are better off without you. You are becoming a cost and a liability. So I don't want to become a cost. I don't want to steal from the poor. So I earn my living. Even those that work in my office know, when you get paid and your phone goes twing, you must have worked and every cent so that you can, when you swipe your Casper for Shili or everywhere, you do it without having stolen from the poor. That's what my parents taught me. But stealing from the poor has nothing to do with corruption in the way that we understand it. When you have not worked for the money that you earn, stealing starts there. With the 1 rand, the day that you slept in your house as a public representative, you didn't go and do your work, and then at the end of the month you get paid. That is still a form of corruption. So when my father told me that he would tell in his belief, he's the one that taught me politics and introduced me to politics. Now, everything I do, I honor him. I don't want to lie, I'm feeling very upset. It's not my first visit here. So I'm feeling upset, annoyed, irritated. Very, very upset. So it means me and the MEC and the HOD must have a heart-to-heart. Because you cannot. Firstly, you can't present to me a government-owned institution and then you stand up talk like a little victim. They invaded our land. How do they invade your land? Where is government? Where is the department when that happens? How dare you are the ones that we give money to run these institutions. You are supposed to be doing oversight on this at the department on our behalf. How do people come into a secure in terms of the Children's Act, and they have access to the children, and then you take years to resolve that, but you still take in children? Why don't you close the stupid thing if you don't know how to manage the community of social movement? Close the thing and don't put children at risk. Because they are better off not in the center. How do you have holes in the fence where you have a secure? The operating word is a secure facility. That is why the court orders children to come here. Why are we still having this institution with everything that you have put here? Because from where I am sitting, this thing must be closed and not exist. How can you have 172 employees who serve how many children? Huh? And then it's okay? You have 27 guys, but you have 172 employees. That is how many people to how many? Your clients. 27 are served by 172 employees. Does that make sense to anyone? Is it okay? I'm just asking. Because I don't want, right now I'm feeling very upset. Being in social development for 7 years, and I came here, we talked about this, we agreed on an action plan, I come back. We are still having the same discussion. For a government, NPO-run institution seems to be better. So maybe we must take this thing and give it to an NPO, take the money that we pump into this thing and give it to an NPO, because NPO-run facilities are run better. They are better off. Why? Can anyone tell me why? What oversight are you guys as Gauteng funding this thing? Why are we having these issues? Before we come to the comment, I want to sort out these things that you raised. Why are we having these issues? The workers also. I don't believe in unemployment, but I know that there are understaffed DSD facilities where staff can be redirected. What do they come and do the whole day when there are so many?
I think in that regard, there has to be a communication recommendations that we do from our director to the
No, guys, I was here 2 years ago. 2 years. So you want to tell me that your HOD is so incompetent that it takes them 2 years to sort out agent things? These are agents, guys. You walk straight to jail. And you will stand there before the judge and tell the judge, I have escalated. I'm asking. You're going to answer me as well. Because you guys need to understand, this is about children. Let me explain the rights of children. Sit down. Because I'm going to have this discussion tonight. Let's close this thing if you don't know how to run it. You know, the fact that children that are coming here are referred by the much as nice today, because we have failed to protect children. What you must know about South Africa's constitution is that the children's rights are absolute. Absolute. They are not within available resources. No, they are absolute. They don't have within progressive realization. If I go and find that human settlement didn't give me a house, human settlement can tell the judge there's no money. And then the judge will send me home, there's no money. Because even in the constitution, yes, I'm entitled to it, but if the state doesn't have money, I can't get it. But with children, that does not exist. It does not exist. The Children's Act is very clear. So it takes these things. I can get my PA to scan me the presentation I was here to half of these things are still there. And you guys want to tell me 2 years later from my first visit, I must still read the same things, raise the same issues, and then be told, if government doesn't know how to run these institutions, then government must not run them. Because what we are doing is wrong. Now with all of these challenges, know how to plant the right plants around the fence to keep snakes away. I even have them in my house. My gardener knows, but there's no snakes where I live. Now when you know there are snakes and then you outsource a gardening service, they are unable to plant the relevant plant that keeps snakes away. Why are we even having this discussion? The next thing I like is that you guys wrote your own presentation. Me, I didn't ask you. You guys wrote it yourselves. So you guys chose and decided that we are going to tell her that we have problems with the snakes, but we outsourced the gardening service. We're going to tell her that people invaded government land inside a secure facility where people are not supposed to have access. We're going to tell her that we have holes in the fence. I was not there when you put together the presentation. You chose to tell me. And this is a government run. Now, if you guys can't get the basics right, why are we with COVID care? Which is why I'm here about. Me, I'm coming here to check. Has PPE been delivered? Has the children been trained? Does every child have a mask? Have we tested all the staff? That's what I want to hear. And then you choose to tell me all these things that literally, when I stand up here, I'm supposed to close this facility. By Monday, this thing is not supposed to exist. Because I'm obligated to do that because I was here 2 years ago. We agreed on an action plan. The HOD was here with me. Tembele Mhlongo was here with me when I was here 2 years ago. When we had this very discussion, the HOD of the Department of Social Development was here with me when we had this discussion. Akere Kansan, you were there also. And then we come back to discuss something else. And then we find that we have still failed to meet the basic, this is minimum requirements. It's not even maximum. And then we're still admitting children. We're still allowing the court to send children this way, who are supposed to be secured. Guys, you know, some of these things are just wrong, morally and otherwise. What has happened to our conscience? And what is in place? At what point, if the HOD is not doing what needs to be done? And what are the systems in place? You guys sit and hope to God that somebody will respond one day. What powers do you guys have? And as the people that run this facility, you come to work, you know the law, your facility is not compliant. How do you guys feel? How do you feel, madam? I'm just saying, then you can answer me and then you can talk about the COVID, which is what I'm here for. Already deflated. Don't think I need to jail for other people's sins. Because this one takes us straight to jail. Straight to jail. I think you guys need to know that. Straight to jail. Not via somewhere. Go ahead, madam. What is the problem?
As nurses, we went for training. So we are waiting for the department to give us...
You yourselves, isn't it, my darling?
I agree.
You will be there, standing. We are closing the facility. We don't care where you're going to take the children. But you are the worst ones to comply with your own laws. Is it because you are referee and player? And that makes it acceptable and okay? The government I represent of the ANC, the last time I checked is an caring government. There is nothing caring that's happening here. You see, what you guys must understand is that testing is not doing anyone a favor. When some of us worked on those directives and we said every person must be tested in the facility, it was not a nice to have. We were saying let's protect those that the law gives us the responsibility to look after. But by extension, let us look after their own families. Because when they leave our facilities and they've met with all of us like today, they're going back to the family. Action. We are also looking after their families. So we cannot be in level 3, going towards level 2, and then we have not complied with our own directives. That we make it a living nightmare for NPOs to comply with. I think how many court documents we deal with? Litigation, left, right, bottom, center, cancel, every day. For things that we can prevent, for things that should not even be happening. I beg, I beg. I think we stop here because we are not compliant. So me, I'm going to Wala the MEC, welcome her very nicely as the new MEC. And tell her she's got a week to sort out this nonsense, because the nonsense can't continue. It can't continue. It can't. Guys, it can't. So, we have a week to sort out this nonsense. 1 week. And what we failed to do in 2 years, we'll do it in 1 week. Even if it means doing it crying, but getting it done is going to be done. If it means I must come work here every day, you will close the fence. All the stories that you have written here, as you failed to do it in 2 years, you will do it, including making sure this stuff. I can't understand how does 172 people look after 27 children? For what to happen exactly? Really? Hey, guys. You know this country has no money. For us to be playing with salaries when others have nothing. And we have 19 social workers. Do you guys know? These social workers could be doing psychosocial support, dealing with COVID-19 stigma, supporting families. They come here to 19 of them, look after 27 children. Actually, it's more. How many supervisors? 3. Social workers, 19. So that is what? 19, 20, 25. So each child has a one-on-one session every day, I assume. And then on the other hand, we are running out of social workers. We can't meet. Quarantine sites don't have social workers. Families are falling apart. Gender-based violence is everywhere. We need these social workers who come here and sit the whole day telling their friends. Guys, no. This is a crime. We need social workers to help us deal with gender-based violence, which is a total epidemic, worse than COVID now. And then we have 25 social workers coming, and then you have 93 child and youth care workers. Guys, are you for real? Yeah? No. Something is fundamentally wrong here. Like, very wrong. So, one child and youth care worker looks after how many? Three. Now, they got 93 child and youth care workers for 27 kids. Yes, one. No, guys. No. I'm the political. I have already gone through that presentation. So I don't want to fight more than what I have to fight. Because when I start asking the very same questions about the juveniles, we're going to have the same discussion. Not really. I've already looked at your presentation. You want me to embarrass you? Okay, we shall give you an opportunity to present. Akiri, you want to, we will give you. I don't want you to say I didn't give you. We shall give you. But there is everything wrong with your presentation. And if you are confident you believe now you are better than them in the same complex, there's something not right with me. But we brought this. I'm going to ask the facilities to equally share. It's a lot. That is why I'm trying to. This can say, but children, like in your child care, because those are juveniles, some of them have used drugs, you sanitize them with alcohol-based sanitizer. Let's start there. Yeah? Are you not?
We do.
But you still want to present. You still want to present. But you are busy spraying children. There are drug addicts, some of them, with alcohol-based sanitizer. You know what it does, my darling? That's how Hopota rubber spray. All they have to do is on their hands and they are high. Because you are busy pumping them with alcohol. And in the directive study instructions, PPP, we said no alcohol-based sanitizers in children's institutions. Go and use the ethanol-based. But Aremame, we don't listen. So Osabata presenter, when I say to you, let me save you the fight, because I've already read the presentation. So please use these sanitizers in the children's hands, because the alcohol in it is mixed with ethanol and it is child-friendly sanitizers. There's a huge difference. So we brought enough of this. Let's do random. Let's feel the difference.